All of the new FIFA 21 gameplay features have just been revealed, and in this video we're going to be splitting it into the three main sections, the most important ones: agile dribbling, creative runs, and positioning awareness, explaining all of that and also going over all of the little new additions such as new skill moves and everything like that. So just before we get into it, if you are new here, make sure you guys do subscribe for all of the future FIFA 21 news for career mode, pro clubs and ultimate team. We're all going to be covering it here on this channel, so definitely make sure 100% that you are subscribed so you don't miss any of those future videos. So let's just get straight into this one. Now, the first little change: cancel a skill move has now been introduced. So for example, sometimes when I'll do a rainbow flick, it would just mess up and do a heel to heel or another skill by accident. So now that can be prevented. You can just easily cancel it. There's different options like a hard cancel, stuff like that. We'll go into more of that when it is introduced in FIFA 21, but this is definitely a very nice small feature. Next, ultimate team games will now be quicker, so it's going to remove toxicity and also keep the flow of the game. So celebration times have now hugely been shortened, the shush celebration is completely removed, and there is also going to be some times when the game is just going to automatically skip it. So if the ball goes out of play, instead of course having a few seconds delay, it's just going to automatically skip that, and the goalkeeper walking up to take it, that's going to be skipped, and everything now has been shortened, so it's going to be a lot quicker for Champions games now. It shouldn't take as long. When you add all of that time up, you might be saving a good 15, 20, 25 minutes each weekend, which is really good of course, and again removing that toxicity, so that's going to be really good. Less Ryan Kents and less Ben Yedder's, they should be now a little bit less annoying. And also manual heading is now enabled for everyone in FIFA Ultimate Team in all of the game modes, for Champions, Division Rivals and all of the other Ultimate Team game modes. So according to EA, headers should now go exactly where you are aiming to, so that is of course good news in theory, but we're going to have to see in practice if it's really going to be like that, and we're going to find out of course more and more when the beta is released and the demo, and hopefully the patches, the updates aren't really going to destroy this or of course make the gameplay worse, which sometimes in past years has been happening. Also new skill moves: directional nutmeg, a bridge skill, and also ball roll fake has now been introduced. That's what's been promised in the pitch notes and also in the new gameplay trailer, so it's going to be interesting to see how that's going to work. But apparently one or two of them have already been available in FIFA 20, but now maybe they're going to be more effective, and EA want you to use it more and more, so they're encouraging you, so they might be of course a lot better to use. Another huge feature now, this is one of my favorites: you can now call defenders into the box for goal kicks. If you have the possession tactic already set up, then this should automatically do it in Ultimate Team, and this is going to now allow you to keep possession from goal kicks. I used to always lose possession. I would hate when a goal kick comes up. 90% of the time it would go to the opponent or it would just be random, but now you can definitely guarantee to keep it, so it is going to be of course playing from the back. You always love to see it. I cannot wait to see how that feature is going to work. And the last little feature is natural collision system. Should mean less players falling around in the box and the ball of course not being able to control. It's just going of course randomly, just flying around, and your players are just frantically trying to go for it all at the same time. Now it should be more realistic, as we can see here, this little demo from EA Sports. So in theory, again, promising stuff, but it really needs to be introduced in gameplay so we can see it working in the demo, in the beta, so we can really believe this. And then again, it also needs to stay, no patches removing it, anything like that. So moving on now to the main three sections of what is going to be coming in this gameplay FIFA 21 features. So we do have agile dribbling. It makes jockeying and the ball rolls inside the box, which was popular in this year FIFA 20, even more effective. They should be more direct and should now of course be working a lot better, a lot smoother, and this is EA encouraging us to use this because it is happening of course in real life. They did use an example with Raheem Sterling, so if you weren't already using this in your FIFA gameplay, then now in FIFA 21 it's definitely something that you're going to have to implement. Moving on now to creative runs. This is again one of my favorite new things that is going to be coming in FIFA 21. You now have full control of where you want the receiving player to go to, so this allows for a lot more real real creativity and misdirect your opponent. He might think you're casually, of course, going to through ball it there, but maybe you go in another direction around the player in another way, or of course choose a different player in total. And there is also a little part they did show for a few seconds. You can take full control of the player who is making a run. You can decide to keep running, change direction, or maybe even cut back, and then of course the AI is going to execute that pass to you. So it's definitely going to be very good, hopefully making that skill gap so it's going to be harder for gold 3 players to beat elite and top 100 players. That's what we were asking for at the start of this year. So moving on now to the last feature, positioning awareness. With this, EA want to pretty much make world-class players better and make them more valuable and better than overpowered cards. So for example, Kante should be now a lot better than maybe an overpowered Sissoko, because Kante is going to be able to intercept the passes better, maybe even do some defending AI blocks, and Sissoko might not be able to do that to that level. I think this is what EA are trying to do with this, and also it does apply to all positions. So attackers are going to be holding their runs better, like they were talking about a lot with Aguero, so that means less offsides, and also midfielders should be stopping passes better, and defenders making more AI blocks. And again, this is specifically for the best top players. So for example, De Bruyne, Aguero, Mane, Van Dijk, these are the players that should be, of course, getting advantage here. It isn't really theoretically for the lower players. So for example, maybe removing toxicity again, Ryan Kent, Ben Yedder might not be as effective. It is going to be a lot better if you do choose the better players like Aguero, Messi, Ronaldo. That is what I think EA are trying to go for with this positioning awareness. So just to summarize this video quickly, we do have a few new skill moves, directional nutmeg and bridge skill, ball roll fake, also a few new celebrations, some sort of selfie celebration with the fans, so that is going to be interesting. Highly rumored last year in FIFA 20 and even before that when it was done a few times in real life. Agile dribbling is going to make it, of course, a lot more effective to do jockeying, ball rolls inside the box. Creative runs, you are now able to fully control where the receiving player, the player making the run, is going to go, which direction, and you can also take full control of him and let the AI make the pass to you. Positioning awareness, like we were talking about, should be less offsides, general better play for the world-class players. So this might be, of course, removing slightly the overpoweredness of some of the cheaper cards. I think again that's what EA are trying to go for, so possibly is going to be good. There's still going to be, of course, overpowered cards that are going to be good. Even with this positioning awareness, people are going to still find the meta cheaper card, so it's not going to be taking away that road to glory fun. But definitely let me know down in the comments below what you think the best feature here was. I think creative runs was the main one. Also positioning awareness is quite good, and I really am a fan of the call the defenders into the box for the goal kicks. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.